Hello, Miss Wulan. Good morning. My name is YOHANA SEKAR, and today I want to present my language teaching based on the context given. So, the teaching methods that I choose is task-based language teaching. Based on the context, the reason is because the students are active in class, so more interesting in activities, especially related to reading, which they like, is matched with task-based language teaching. And next, the implementation of the principle of teaching skills and language systems. The principle of teaching vocabulary is inductive. It shows that the students are more analyzing and the teacher does not need to teaching the students orderly in structure. And next, the principle of teaching reading. First one is encourage the students to read as often and as much as possible. It shows when the teacher encourages the student that the more you read, the more you gain knowledge and you can be proud of yourself. The second one is students need to be engaged with what they are reading. It shows when the teacher hands out the students some of narrative text example for them to read. And the third one, encourage students to respond to the context of a text and explore their feelings about the text, not just concentrate on its construction. It shows when the teacher asks the students how do they feel about the story, whether it's exciting, creepy, or sorrow. The fourth one is prediction is a major factor in reading. It shows when the teacher asks the students to predict how the story outline based on the title. And the last, good teachers exploit reading text to the full. It shows when the teacher swaps the text between the students for them to explore more about reading and ask the students to read it full to identify the difficult vocabulary. And next, we move on to the lesson stages. The first one is engage. Teacher engage the students by asking some questions related to books they have read. What kind of books that they like and how much books that they have read. And the teacher will be able to know how much the students love to read. Because in the context, it says that the students love to read poems, poetry, novels, and so on. And then the teacher will acknowledge the students about narrative texts like fables, myth, legend, and the other one. Maybe the teacher can ask the students, have you ever read about the legend of something? Something like that. And next we have activate. The teacher will ask the student to make group of 4 and there will be 5 groups. The teacher will hand out one of narrative text for each group and each member will has it. Each group have the same text. Everyone has to read it and memorize it, what kind of story it is, the character inside it, and the plot inside the story. Since the students are advanced in English and love to read, this task must not really hard for them. After they read it, the teacher will collect it again and hand them an envelope. They will play jigsaw puzzle. Inside the envelope, there are chunks of paper with text on it. The task is they have to find which one is their text given before. They have to find it in order as fast as they can. So they have to put it part 1, part 2, part 3, and so on until the part 6 based on the text they already read before. The faster is the winner can choose which text they want to read for the next study activity, but they can't keep their own. The other groups will have randomly get whatever they swap. Okay, so the last of lesson stages is study. From the swap text before, each group has a different text now. And then the teacher will ask them to predict what kind of story based on the title and how do they think about the story. The students are asked to read the text and mark the difficult vocabulary in the text. The teacher will write it on the board and discuss what the meaning of the word based on the context. The students will analyze the meaning and discuss it with the teacher. After all finished, the teacher can ask the student if they want to retell the story for a brief voluntary in front of the class to gain more points for maybe for assessment. And this is the sample of materials will be given to the students. There will be 5 narrative texts that divided into 6 part of story to cut, like I already showed before. There will be 5 copies of it for each group. So each member of group will have one of the text and the group will have the same text. The text will be given. There are Turtles and Rabbit, The Legends of Lake Toba, Cinderella, Malin Kundang, and Golden Cucumber. And that's it from me. Thank you very much.